What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Talk Magic. Today I just wanted to talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like, a lot of times I'm getting emails from y'all and y'all asking me about spells that it just don't make any sense. I think the number one foolishness, that y'all dealing with is what people are putting in jars that really, really don't belong.
When I put you in a jar, I'm confining you to a situation. So a situation where I can control and which I can manipulate. Now, anybody else working a jar, I don't know where their head is at. And I think a lot of people is just like, following what people do, but they have really no main understanding as to why they're jarring up a situation.
Now, when I originally did my ammonia jar, I told you guys it turns situations around. And a lot of what I had to say and state was in the comments. And that's why I tell you guys, read that. And, because I answered a lot of the questions with that. But I feel like I may have to, I don't want to make another video of it. So I just talk and let you guys know. Ammonia jars shouldn't be used for love. Absolutely, positively not. If there's people out there using them, that is them. Don't get convinced that anyone and any bullshit that they're telling you to do is going to really change anything in your life. This is why I tell y'all in the comments when I reply, any results that anyone is getting has nothing to do with you. I don't know how powerful some of you are. Some of you have no magic at all. Some of you have just, the ability to move certain things. Some of you are good at working love. Some of you are good at working financial situations. Some of you are good at protecting yourselves. There's certain things that some of you are good at, and then some of you can't make nothing happen. So when you ask me, is this spell going to work? I don't know your strength and power unless I read you. I cannot tell you that. Just determine it from you texting me or emailing me that. You have to get a reading on that. And nobody on YouTube can come and tell you that your spell is going to work, guaranteeing it. No, it don't work like that. I already established with many of y'all that half of y'all don't have no magic. That's shit. That's life. What can you do about it? It's just like some people are built to do certain things. And for those of you that are not built to do it, then you go to that person to do it for you. Let me tell you something. A lot of the videos and stuff that y'all sending me links to, and I tell y'all that I'm not going to watch, I don't want to watch them because they bullshit. They're all bullshit. I've told you guys many times how to work the ammonia jar. And I told you, love, no. Court cases, work, situations that you get into to the point where you're like, damn, I got to turn this shit around. You work an ammonia jar. It turns situations around. And I'm not going to say it reverses because it doesn't in all occasions. I made an ammonia jar for a client of mine. She had some situations going on with her car insurance and her car. Now, automatically, she decided what she wanted to do. So after doing the jar, maybe about 4 months later, she messaged me and she told me, she said, I wanted to thank you because not only do I not have car insurance payments to make, but I don't even have the car to make the payments on. She said the bank agreed to take the car back with no issues, with no problems, and with no impact on her credit. Now, a lot of you would say, oh, it reversed the situation. No, it didn't necessarily reverse it because initially I told her, I said, you're not going to have neither. That's what I told her. She said that she wanted it to be a point where if she didn't have neither, that it wouldn't impact her financially at all. So when I did the ammonia jar for her, 3 sentences, I wrote for her, I cannot afford my car payments. I cannot afford my car insurance. I cannot afford the bills that I'm currently having due to these 2 excess payments that was milking her. So when I did that, things started changing for her little by little. Little by little, things started clearing up. Now, certain bills she had, credit people was emailing her, telling her it wasn't her bill. She was getting money back. It was a lot of different things turning around for the 3rd sentence. Now, the first and the second took a little bit more time because that's a big situation to push away. You're getting rid of a whole car payment. The insurance she could have got rid of. Yeah, she could change her insurance. She could drop it. She could get rid of her insurance. But she couldn't not have insurance and then have a car. So she had to work it both that way, and it turned out well for her. I just find it hard to believe that a bunch of y'all under the ammonia jar video are commenting asking me if you can use bleach. Like, what the fuck do you want to use bleach? Like, seriously. I mean, I haven't been on YouTube a while. I haven't, touched up a lot of the comments. I have a bunch of comments to answer, but the majority of what I'm seeing is like, can you really use bleach?
Why the fuck are you using bleach? Seriously. Why? Why is bleach an option? You can't just use any household product. Huh? You think you can put Fabuloso in a jar and make a bitch fabulous? You cannot do stupid shit. Common sense, people.
Like, seriously, what are y'all going to tell them next? Season up their candles with adobo and sazon? Common sense is going to help you along the way. I've been doing it a long time. I don't need to sugarcoat shit for nobody. I'm going to tell you straight up what it is. When you email me, you tell me about some bullshit ass video, I'm going to tell you, don't email me no bullshit ass video no more, okay? That's number one. I don't care what other people are doing out there. But when you bringing me into your bullshit, telling me, oh, can you do a video on how to do this? What? That shit don't even make sense. That shit makes absolutely no sense. You use black and white for health. You can use black and red for overall and general and or love to reverse it back anybody that fucked up with your love relationship. And for money, black and green. What I am going to do, since I make my own reversing candles, I'm going to make a series of different ones. So I'll probably make one for like healing, to reverse anybody that had an impact on your healing. Anybody that had any impact on your reconciliation, I'll make that as well. And I would like to also make one for work. For anybody that has fucked with your work and has done anything, I want to reverse that situation and put them back in the same situation they put you in. That's what a reversing is. A reversing is a form of revenge, right? So that's why you need to stay protected. One of my customers emailed me and told me that they were working heavy reversals. And I explained to them, I said, you know that is a form of revenge and you should stay protected and cleansed at all times. If someone has done something to you and decide to use the form of revenge in reversal work, you should, number one, uncross yourself. Uncross and cleanse. You know why? Because they put it on you already. What you're doing with the reversing is just putting it back on them. You're not necessarily taking it off of you. It'll help you to remove a lot of the lightness that you feel, because you will feel, okay, whatever they was doing is being reversed back to them. It helps your mind mentally with clarity and all of that. When you work a spell and you feel changes happening, that sudden change and burst and energy that you feel when you start a reversal is relief. That you getting rid of it. You sending that energy back. That's what you're doing, okay? So when you take that energy and send it back, you haven't fully cleansed what was on you. If I decided right now, let me give you an example, because some of you may be like, what is she talking about? Listen carefully. If I decide, right, that I'm bold enough to come fuck with you, right? And this could be anybody. I'm not just me. I'm giving you an example. If I decide, or anyone decides they are bold enough to come fuck with you, right? And break up your relationship, fuck up your ovaries, destroy every bit of love life you have ever had, and just tear everything apart when it comes to life, to have a man that is not theirs, they should be prepared to get back everything they sent to you right back to them. Now, given you reversing it, things will, depending on how strong you are. Okay, because you have to be consistent with protection and cleansing to make sure you are clear and clean. Your aura, your energy, okay, is strong enough spiritually to move these spells that you're working. Because if you don't have it and it's not in you, you're not going to get nowhere. That's why a lot of you are working spells. I'm working this. Nothing ain't happening. Because you don't have no power. You don't have no magic. That's nobody's fault. You just don't. You know how some people are good at, opening the brain and doing surgery? He's good at that. Let him do his brain surgery. You can't do that. It's not for you. Okay? So if you are going through a situation with heaviness, and you decide, you know what, I'm going to send this bitch back everything. She done fuck with my uterus, fuck with my ovaries. She don't want me to get pregnant for my man. She done fucked up my love life, my heart, everything emotionally dealing with love. Send it back. Now, you're still scarred. You're still emotionally damaged. That relief you feel from the reversal, yes, it's going to start to bring you some clarity when you say, damn. A lot of stuff she was doing to me is going back to her. A lot of the stuff, too, mentally that people do to you when you start a reversal, you start to see clear thinking. Clear thinking because that energy and heaviness is just not there anymore. But you still have it inside of your body. So you still have to cleanse it. And you still have to uncross it. You understand? So reversing and all of that is cool. But it's a form of revenge. And you're sending it back on your enemies. And if you decide to send something to somebody and they did shit to you, expect them to keep sending it back. This is why I tell you, anybody that fuck with you, reverse it back to them. Cleanse, uncross whatever is on you, and reverse it back to them. That energy will subside, yes, but you're going to still feel it in your body. If somebody sent a spell to you to make you sick, right? And you decide to reverse it back to them, now, in true essence, you send them back to sickness. But you still sick. It's already in your body. It's laid in there already. They did what they had to do to you. You need to reverse that out. There's a lot of situations where no reversing is needed, but you need a heavy uncrossing and a cleansing. So for many of you out there working reversals, right, and working ammonia jar, understand what you're doing first. Never for love and ammonia. Never. You need to heal. You need to reconciliate. I've been doing all different types of jars, and I don't recommend ammonia for healing and love because I just never ever see it having those healing properties. It turns situations around for whatever it can do. But I just don't recommend some of y'all people coming out here, just telling people, oh, do this and do that. It don't make no sense. Makes sense when you teach them things. If it's not working for you, right? Then you can't expect to go tell somebody, oh, do this and do that. And you don't have no experience around that area. It never worked for you. You possibly may not even have any kind of spirits around you, any kind of deities, any kind of guardian angels. When people are working you, they remove everything around you. Every single thing that you could imagine to make sure that you're feeling stuck. So you feel like sometimes, oh God, that God don't give a fuck about me. When you're going through the heaviness and you're going through all of that spiritually, that spiritual warfare that's back and forth between you and the enemy, at some point it has to be broken. So if you're strong enough to just cleanse it away with herbs, I recommend you do that. With no candles. With no candles at all. Try cleansing your mind and your body for a while. Herbal magic is very, very beneficial for many of you. Many of you that are starting off new, I tell you a lot of the times, get to know your herbs. The workers out here, they don't know fuck. They don't know nothing. They fake, they phony. They telling y'all to do spells. And it's like, how does this spell even work? How? You can't reverse a situation and just make up what you feel should be reversed back. Nah, I feel like there's certain things you should do and certain steps to getting better results. Now, all of y'all won't have results. Like I said, I don't know half of y'all. I don't know what y'all dealing with. So my information to you and to anyone that's listening is for those of you that do need the help and differences in working ammonia jars and reversing situations out of your life. You need that black to send it back. It has to go back somewhere. It has to. So when I do work my reversing spells, my black to back, it's called black to back to black. I'm sending back every fucking piece of energy that you even thought about sending to me. And when you reverse, right, and after you've done your cleansing and uncrossing, deal with the enemy. Stop them. Create a binding spell to where they cannot touch you mentally. Physically, they're not doing nothing to you. A lot of times, like honestly, 80% of the time that I see situations being brought to me, the enemy doesn't exist. But in your mind, you have them stuck there. That them being stuck in your head is holding you back financially, emotionally. Why would you sit there and call somebody an enemy that can no longer touch you, that can no longer create a force and block you and stop you from moving forward in your life? Why is that your enemy now? Why do y'all want enemies? It's like y'all going around, oh, that's my enemy, and that's my enemy. No, it's not. Let them be. When you work into something in your life, when you work something into your life, you want to work something out. So if you're working in positive changes and you've been reversing and you've been cleansing and in your head, you're moving forward with this enemy, you're stuck still. Nothing is going to happen. You're going to go right back. One step forward, a million steps back. I see it all the time. This is why I try to tell anybody that's working for themselves. See, when you work with me, I teach you how to do things. I know what you're capable of doing. And a lot of you cannot do it. And I know that already. But I tell you also, when I work for you, I still want you to do something. I want you to either take a bath for me. I want you to either use my soaps. I want you to wear some protection bracelet. Now, majority of the time, when people do readings, depending on how protected the spiritual worker is, and or not everybody doing work is a spiritual worker, but people will call you that. But you could just want to do your magic, period. So anytime that you feel like you're going to do magic and you're going to do something for someone, make sure you shield them, make sure you set up some kind of protection for them, because when the enemy is going to get a reading or to find out anything, they'll see, oh, well, this bitch is doing work. Now, a lot of spiritual workers, they may see, oh, the person is getting work done for them, and they may not be able to see who the person is doing the work, because that spiritual worker is very, very protected. him or her is very protected. So when you do get a reading, or you do a reading for yourself, and you see, well, damn, this person got somebody working for them, but I don't know who the fuck is working for them. When you reverse, that reverse is going back to the person, not to the spiritual worker. Spiritual worker is doing her job. Okay, the spiritual work is protected. The spiritual work is doing the work on behalf of the client. So when you do a reversal, that spiritual reversing is going right back to the person that is sending it to you. You could, listen, some of y'all out there think that y'all so big and bad, and y'all not. And a lot of y'all need to leave the spiritual shit alone and let the professionals handle it. And I tell y'all this because so many people are cursing themselves. Last year, I got a bunch of emails about my destruction jar. Even after I told y'all exactly what to do. And I seen that a lot of y'all were putting your own menstrual blood in there. Why the fuck you gonna kill yourself willingly? Why? You can't put yourself in that jar, fool. Take yourself out. You can't do that. Him and her, or him and him, or her and her, or they go in there. Now, depending on how strong you are, okay, you may be able to work that reversing jar, that destruction jar. Not 9 days. I don't think some of y'all can't do it for 9 days because y'all need to build your power. Y'all build your power with protection and with any spirit or deity that you feel is among you that can help you and protect you for this specific work. Because there's spirits around you no matter what when you start getting heavy into this. So if you don't have the power of your, you have the inability to make things move, I think you need to stop. And don't get yourself wrapped up in things, because see, a lot of people are leading y'all into the direction of, oh, you can do it. Oh, I guarantee you it's going to work. I promise. Oh, hell yeah, this shit is going to move. No, it's not. They don't know shit about you. They have to know what you're doing and what you're capable of in order for them to even tell you that. Okay? It's that simple. All right? I help everybody that I can help. And sometimes I don't need to work for you. Sometimes I can just tell you what you need to do. And that helps you a long way. My video helps you a long way. And any which way I feel I can help somebody, I will do it. But a lot of times I get people that don't need the help. They just want to, just take from you. I bypass that. Let me explain to some of y'all that possibly don't understand English. My lime spell is a fucking lime. Because it's a fucking lime spell. It's that simple. Don't ask me why I didn't use a lemon. It's not a lemon spell. I'm not souring your mouth. I want to shut you up. The lime is much milder. And working with the alum, I found it to be very, very controlling and keeping whatever you want to say out of your mouth, my name especially, out. And the lime helps me to keep you away. That's why I'm working with the lime. I want to keep you away, bitch, and shut your mouth. Okay? It's not a lemon spell. It's a lime motherfucking spell. That's it. Stop asking me questions that y'all see right in front of y'all face. If you want to work a lemon spell, go ahead. You use a lemon. Now it's not a lime spell. It's a lemon spell. The lime keeps the person away. The alum shuts them to fuck up. Understand, right? Now we're going to jump right back into the ammonia jar. Court cases, depending on how heavy that court case is, I recommend you do one. Not only do one, but work it with other things. See, a lot of y'all have court cases. Y'all wait till the last minute. Why wait till the last minute? In court cases, you have so much different people, either for you or against you. And in a lot of the situations, you're going to have to manipulate. You're going to influence the judge for you. No matter what the fuck is going on, he or she must be influenced for you and to be favorable. Work some favors candles. I love favors candles. Whenever you're working on a situation that is heavy, you always need to have somebody on your side. And the favors is what you need. You need favors. Work the influence on the judge and work favors from the outsiders of the court case to help you to push this. If you're in a deep, heavy situation, you're facing like 10 years, like heavy time, like don't wait. Do not wait till 2 weeks and tell me, oh, hey, Magic, can you do something for me? You're facing heavy fucking time. You have to work on it. You got to be consistent. I think it's important when you work in a court case to work from many different angles. You want to influence the judge. The judge needs to be on your side, number one. A lot of y'all work in court cases, and I don't think y'all know how to work them. So y'all will buy court case oil, and then y'all working probably brown, blue, yellow, or white. Those are the colors you could use for court cases. You could use green, too, for desperate situations and desperations. Working with St. Jude, he's great for court cases. Now, When you're working on a situation, consider you got judges against you, you got lawyers against you, the DA, all different types of people coming at you. And depending on how heavy that situation is, you need to work on it immediately. You want to bring some relief on that situation. So when you are working on a court case situation, I do recommend you to sweeten up the lawyers from the opposing side to you. Favors candle. You need them to be favorable. Your lawyer sometimes is not doing shit because all they're doing is taking your money and not helping you to get the fuck out of the cases. So in many situations, you have to control him. His job is going to be to do exactly as you say. Control him and sweeten him so you can work a honey jar influence honey jar. Now, a regular influence jar, and when I make a regular influence jar, depending on what you want it for. Because some of you may say, I need an influence jar. Make me an influence jar for love. Make me an influence jar for my boss. Make me an influence jar, just whatever it is. If I make you an influence jar, it doesn't matter what the other person thinks. It doesn't matter if they even fucking like you. I'm influencing them for your decision. And a lot of you need to be able to do that. Stop worrying about how the person feels. Worry about how they're going to feel towards you. Influence them to your decision, to your ideas, to the requests that you need and want in your life. They don't have to like you to be influenced by your words. No, of course not. You could spread a message and the message is clear. They understand it, but they're not liking you now. They getting jealous of you. You know, they envious of what you're offering to people. And when you have people like that around you, you just need to blow them out. Forget about them. Keep yourself protected. I'm going to show y'all how to work a guardian angel protection spell because too many kids are unprotected. And I see too many of y'all bitches willing to work on people and their kids. Leave these bitches alone. Stop fucking with their kids. Seriously. You gonna fuck with somebody's child and they into the spiritual shit or they have somebody to fuck you up good, you're gonna get fucked up good. I'm gonna teach y'all to keep y'all children protected. That's number one in life. That's all y'all got. When you're dead and gone, they make something for you. They're supposed to create that name and carry it on. You know, a lot of kids, they don't do it. But for those of you that have things going on in your life that, you know, you have businesses and you have things that you want to make legendary in your life from your children, keep them protected. Keep them protected now because when they get older, there's going to be people around them that's going to continue to take from them and abuse them and use them. Protect them and keep clarity among them. Clarity, St. Clara is wonderful for children, okay? It helps them to be honest with you too and tell you things. Keep that all around your children. You need that. You need that. Don't let nobody come and fuck up your child. You understand what I'm saying? People, some I won't even call them a witch because I think a lot of times people think, magic makes you evil. No, it doesn't. It don't make you fucking evil. You got to be evil already. So the guardian angel spell, I'm going to show you how to make a fairy wall protection jar and service to work for yourself. You could do it. You could keep that jar working continuously. The fairy wall protection keeps a shield around you. And the guardian angel is great to keeping your kids in line and keeping the spirits around them. People, they take that away from you. They start stripping you of that when they start working on you. And what I hate is when somebody wants to do a miscarriage spell. I don't do that. I'm not taking a life from somebody. They have never taken. Why would I take a whole life from somebody? When I work on people to push them away, to drain them, to stop them, to bind them or bury them, I'm dealing with them the way they need to be dealt because they did it first and they need it back in their life. And sometimes it takes a good spell to kick your fucking ass for you to understand not to fuck with people. It takes a lot to take a soul out of somebody's body. And when you gotta keep that's something that you gotta keep doing. So throughout the pregnancy, you will have to train her each and every time. And you're not working on her, you're working on the baby. You're killing the soul of the baby. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in doing that. I'll fuck you up as much as I need to. But I'm not touching nobody's kids. I'm not doing that. I've seen women doing what they did to people. I see how women... Listen, the stories that I heard about what bitches will do when other bitches intervene with their man is unbelievable. And half of y'all walking around out there with no insides because y'all keep fucking men that y'all shouldn't. He's not yours. Find another one. It's really that simple. If he has a wife, if he has a long-term girlfriend, or he has a bitch that feels this is my man, a lot of y'all ain't going to be able to touch him because that woman is going to continue and keep on. Consistency is what makes you perfect. I'm telling you. You got to be consistent with what you're doing. You can't just do it and then decide, I'm going to stop. If you in it, you in it. And if you're not, then you get somebody to do it for you. You understand what I'm saying? But don't go around there requesting miscarriage spells and trying to kill a life of a child that possibly was created by your man. And a lot of times, it's not even your man. It's the woman he's with that you don't want him to have a baby for. Why are you so fucked up in your life that you want to take that? I don't do those kind of spells. Don't ask me about doing those kind of spells. It's just not something I could connect with. Like, it's just, I'm sure you could find somebody that's dark with their energy and been evil and wouldn't mind associating their magic with their evilness. You understand? That's how it's built up. I see a lot of people work in magic for the first time, and they do a good fucking job. And then there's the fucking fucked up shit that they're hearing from people. Oh, you should do this. You can't take a man that you want and love and then fuck up his penis and then expect him to still have a sexual drive for you. It don't work like that. It don't. He's not going to have sex with you. You will have had tied him up already sexually to yourself to prevent him from sleeping with other women. But if he's already sleeping with other women, then you got a problem. And if he's sleeping with a bunch of bitches and she's sleeping with a bunch of niggas, you need to reconsider what the fuck this person is doing in your life. I don't ever tell nobody to leave somebody. I just give you the common sense needed, and whatever the spirits tell me to tell you, I tell you. When I do my readings, I tell you what I see. I would never tell nobody to leave somebody. But I do think that excessive cheating, it's a problem. Betrayal, it's a problem. Deceit, it's a problem. If one person in your life continues to do this to you, you've accepted it. Therefore, you allowed it. Therefore, it won't stop. So why you want to change it now? You want him to stop cheating around. You want her to stop being the thought that you met, that you love so much. You want her to stop doing it. That's what you met. That's what you accepted. That's what you wanted. When you give people a chance to keep doing things, they keep on doing it. There's no stopping it. Oh, fuck it. She going to let me do it. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it 6 times today. They will do it. Okay? That's just the way life is. Some people don't really feel fucking sorry for you. They don't. Nah. And I know in the heat of the moment, a lot of y'all will say, you know what? Fuck up his penis. Take her whole uterus out and kill that baby. Consider yourself, especially if you don't have none, what's going to happen to you? Because a lot of y'all ain't protected at all. A lot of y'all ain't. So it's easy for somebody to come in and touch y'all. You understand? And then some of y'all working on people to destroy their relationships. They're too protected. You can't ever touch them. I know people that can never be touched. Let me tell you something. They're protected by God, the heaviest. And they are spiritual. And they've been doing this shit for a long time. And they're guided by their God, their deity, their spiritual, right? There's some people that you just can't touch. And you know what you do in a situation like that? You move on from them. And you cleanse yourself and you clear your mind. And you put yourself on a different path. Because the path that you're on is theirs. You lost yourself. That's why you no longer can see what's clear to you. That's why you no longer have a vision on what you want to do. Your vision is somebody else's because you're walking behind somebody else. You understand? So when y'all think about doing this and doing that, think common sense. Common sense will help you along the way. I know I talked about a bunch of different shit and whatnot, but it's just a bit of shit that I just had to say. I don't have time to do videos all the time. But when I'm driving home or, I just have a little bit of minutes for myself, I could just, record on my phone. And, I don't have to set up for no video. And I could just tell y'all what y'all need to do. Because I think sometimes some of y'all just need to really listen to yourselves. Y'all giving up on yourself. Y'all no longer trust the spirits that are around y'all. Y'all no longer trust God. So you're giving up. And you don't need to know how to work a candle for you to have a relationship with God or the spirits around you. Spirits are around you all the time. A lot of you do lose your way. So there's no spirit around you no more. A lot of you become dark and you walk with a shadow now. So there's no spirit that's going to want to walk with you when you have another set of bad energy roaming around you. Cleansing is always important. Uncrossing is always important. All the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. I can't stress it no more to y'all. Stop listening to people, with this stupid ass ideas telling you, oh, do this and mix this. I think the worst was the honey jars in the freezer for me last year. Like, I don't have a lot of stupid people coming to me. I don't. Everybody's coming correct and with common sense. It's a few people that are new and they ask me about spells and I tell them that's a bullshit ass spell. Can you watch it? No, the fuck I can't. You watch it. You burden yourself with the bullshit that's coming out of that. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I'm going to tell you what I know. I'm going to tell you what you should do. And I'm going to tell you how to get things aligned correctly in your life. Your life. Understand your life. You got to do what's best for your life. When you have kids now, then yeah, you center them and you are around their life because they can't take care of themselves. They can't do that. Your family should be most important. And if you don't have your family protected and you don't have your family guarded, people are going to come for them. They're going to come for them because they know they can't get to you. So when you protect yourself, make sure you protect everybody in your house. Make sure you protect everybody that you love. And I'm not talking about 30, 40 people that you may love. I'm talking about your family that you live in a house with. Those that if anything happens to them, you're like, what the fuck? You go crazy. Protect those that you live with. And if you live by yourself, keep yourself protected. Protect who needs to be protected. Listen, family members work on people. I see family members working on people a lot of times. Just like I told you in my last video that, not all family, but some, just some. Like maybe, can I say 60? No, I'll say 70% and then 30. So 70% of some families, they're really there for you. And a lot of it is yourself growing up and having your own family. That's the most supportive family when you create it. But when you got cousins and aunts and uncles and just bitch ass people around you, just surfacing your life, using you and training you for what you have, those 30% need to stay away. You don't want that kind of family member. You don't need to work on them like heavy, but you can silence up their mouth a bit and just keep them away. Keep red blockbuster candles going all the time. Whenever you feel any blockages at work, around your friends, just energy period, blockbuster. Keep that bitch away. You could take your blockbuster candles and you could work these each Friday. I like working them on Fridays. I do. You can work them. You can work a 7-day candle. You can work a 9. It's just a great way to just send things away from you and just pick them up. Like the blockbusters, just digging up little areas and spaces around you, moving them. Things that cemented themselves in your life that no longer need to be there, but still draining you. So you want to remove all of that stuff. And then it will help you with a clear passage. So it's great to work in a blockbuster and then doing like a road opener. It's great. You could work a blockbuster and you could do then a clarity candle. You can do a blockbuster, then you could do a protection candle. That blockbuster is just blowing apart all the motherfucking obstacles in your way. Anything stopping you mentally too. You can work a blockbuster skull to remove the blockages that you've had holding on to from so long. Because a lot of you don't heal. So you take on the problems with you over and over. So every time you're in a new relationship, that breaks your heart, you go on another one. But it's still a broken heart expecting this man to heal you. He can't do that. You got to heal yourself. Don't put it up on anybody to try to heal a broken heart that you came in with in that relationship. That's not fair. How do you expect somebody to love you if you can't even accept the love because you still hurt from the last man or woman that tore you apart? I understand you're hurt. I understand you're going through it. But you're not going to die, okay? You're not going to die. And that pain that you feel in your heart, that's the grieving, because you're grieving a body that's not there. You want that person back so much that you would create this false situation in your brain to where now you feel like this person is literally going out your life. So you start to grieve in your tears, break down, and now you've caused yourself to be in a situation where you're actually mourning someone. That's a life. So compare it to mourning when somebody's dead and compare it to mourning when this person is not around, and they're the same. A lot of the similarities are the same, and accepting the person is not around, trying to emotionally deal with not seeing them anymore, talking to them, all of that you have falsely embedded into your brain now is going to all come out in your body. You're going to break down. You're not going to eat. You're not going to sleep. It's like you're really like this person is dead out of your life. And a lot of times when stuff like that happens, some bitch sent it in. Okay? I don't see it any differently. If you begin getting into the spiritual world, learn what works for you. Now, you may not be good at, pushing big spells, but you may be good at working a jar. You may be good at working small candles. You may be good at, just setting up protection for yourself with herbs and your oils, and that may be good for you. You may be content with that. Some people are really, really good with their herbs and their oils, and I know a lot of you want to learn how to make this. I can't teach y'all how to make everything I make. I can't. You gotta have that in you. And stuff. I made a lot of molds. A lot of you ask me how you make your mold. You need to find a really good mold. Okay, I've been through a lot of places trying to find a mold maker, and a lot of them stink. A lot of them crack. So I found a really good one, and I use that to, I make my molds over the candle. So if I have the candle, I make the mold over it, then I can continue making whatever color candle I want and whatnot. And, this is what I do. I just prefer to just make my own stuff, because a lot of things that some of you ask me for, it's a custom item. So I make it specifically for you. Work with what you know.
If you don't know it, don't fuck with it. Because let me tell you something. This is why spells start turning back on you. Because you're not working it right. A lot of times you got yourself in that spell and you don't need to be. If you work an obsession, that's for him. Don't put your name on that. You can put your picture under the candle, okay? Or if you're going to put your picture on the candle, the petition should be specific for him. But mainly I like it under. That's what you want him on top of you. You want him to be obsessed with you. Put your picture on top, underneath it. And a lot of you work in come to me spells. And you're putting yourself in that spell. Why are you working a come to me spell to bring him to you? Your name is involved in it. No, that's a big no-no. Okay? Then a lot of you are, like I said in the beginning, destructions with your own name in it. Why? Are you killing yourself? Do you want destruction upon yourself? Don't do it. For those of you that are working my collateral damage jars, listen, do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. Kill it if you want to. Collateral damage, okay? I throw them in the freezer. I take them out. I work them like this jar. Whenever I feel like I need to work on a collateral, it's to bring that person down in full. Like I'm binding you to the shit that you put out on earth. And I can keep it for up to 3 months, 4 months. Sometimes I have some of my customers that have their collateral damage jars for like 2 years. And they have it like outside, out in the back. The more that jar is kept, the more powerful it becomes. Now, the strength and power you possess, it will vary, because if you have enough power to work that jar, that power comes from within you. A lot of you, I need a powerful spell. You don't have any power, so how the fuck you want a powerful spell? Huh? No, it don't go like that. You don't. Let me tell you something. The more powerful a spell becomes is within the hands of the person that's doing it. And also, the items that you use to pray over, that helps your spell a lot. Because a lot of you can do it, but I think you just overthink things. I think you just wonder too much. Like a lot of you want to bring your lovers back and you want to obsess them. You can't do that. They don't want to be with you because of the breakup and because of the hurt they're feeling. How can you expect to bring somebody strongly back in and then obsess? I mean, a lot of y'all, when y'all tell me the stories about, I brought my boyfriend back and he probably just came back to get his iPhone charger. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't do nothing. Consider it. It just, a lot of times I tell you, like, if you're not willing to get a reading to see what he's doing, then you need to figure out how you're going to get the divination on yourself. Figure out how you're going to get that yes and no. A lot of y'all don't want to know the full details of it, so y'all get a yes and no. A yes and no isn't necessarily beneficial for certain cases and causes. Like, am I going to get this job in March? I'll tell you yes or no. I don't think you should get a does he love me, or should I leave him, or should I stay? Like, that's certain things you have to want to do. So I try not to answer them because I don't think it's fair for me to answer for me to tell you if you should leave or stay. Given that I've told you the situation and what's happening, you probably got a full reading. Now you're dealing with questions, and it's like that yes or no is not going to be beneficial to you in certain situations, because I've seen people wanting to know if they're going to reconciliate. And the answer will be no. But there's a reason why they won't reconciliate. And it's a situation where they will, but they won't because of some blockage in the relationship that still exists. So no, but then you didn't get a full reading. You didn't get a question reading. So the answer is no. So you may get a reading and it says, does he still love me? The answer may be yes. But, you see, but there's something affecting him loving you. So when you consider getting that, consider everything that's going on in the relationship. If it's bad and things aren't as good, if work is bad, your boss is a bitch, your health is failing, a yes or no is not beneficial. A yes or no shouldn't be done. And if you're afraid to really see into it, just start cleansing yourself. Really. A good cleansing, a good uncrossing. You don't need someone to read you to tell you that you need a cleansing and an uncrossing. You should be doing it all the time. But in the situation that you're not doing it all the time, get it done. Get it done by somebody that know what they're doing. I sell my soaps. I have patchouli soaps, and I have my cleansing bars. I have a lot of different soaps, but it's just I put too much on myself. So majority of the time I'm making everything. So I just stuck to my patchouli for love to bring it in. And if you want a patchouli soap to remove any jinxes, I can make one special for you for that. The cleansing bars are great to work with. You could use them for like a week. They last long. And yeah, about 7 days you can use it. And you bathe from neck down. And my patchouli bars, if to bring in for love and for a job and for blessings and success. Patchouli is great for that. And you want to start from your feet up. But if I make a patchouli for you and it's specifically to remove, then you want to bathe with that from your neck down. You know? I mean, common sense is going to help you along the way. Bullshit is bullshit. And if you see bullshit, it probably smells like it. Just stay the fuck away from it. That's it. You know, when you come to me and you ask me a question, or you go to any spiritual worker and you want to find out about anything going on in your life, you need to get a reading. There's nothing nobody could do for you. If you cannot afford the products and services right now, when you can, then you start off with your cleansing and your reading. Magic itself is a broad topic. I can talk about what I feel I need to send a message out per day, or what spell I feel needs to be shown. But a lot of you want me to teach you spells that you can't even fucking work. So how are we going to do that? You don't have the power to possess anything, any kind of magic to change anything, but yet you want a spell for this, a spell for that. I sell all that at my website. It's just that simple. If you don't have the time and patience, keep it moving. That's it. I don't have time to waste either in my life. I don't. I'm going to remove any type of negativity and negative people that don't belong. And any which way that you can do that in your life, do it. Don't ever look at it as, that's taking something from me. No, it's not. It's actually giving you something else, because you don't know what this person is coming in your life to drain from you. You understand? So a lot of those relationships that you do have, cut them short. Cut them short. Your boss is fucking with you. Make a boss fix honey jar for him. Make sure he stays in his place. The bitches at the job is talking about you. Put each bitch in a line so they can stay away from you. And you alum each piece up to make sure they stop talking about you. In the event where you're being slandered heavy, then you need to get yourself some slippery elm. And you need to deal with these bitches accordingly. Okay? Because you know, there's always one person spreading the shit. Deal with the bitch that's talking about you. And I know a lot of y'all not built tough. So protection. A lot of times when you have that protection around you, trust me, those spirits are around you. They're going to deal with all of that heaviness that they're going to absorb all of that negativity. Keep yourself cleansed to remove the negativity. All of that. Make sure wherever you're at, home, work, friendships, that you're in a peaceful environment. Because people don't come in to create peace for you. You have to do that. People come in to fuck up. And to leave, a bit of shit here, a bit of shit there, and now you got shit in your life. And it's hard for you to pick up, because it's like, damn, I thought this shit was really doing something for me. But in reality, it wasn't. It was just leaving shit here and just, fucking up your life. And now you got to clean it up. You don't need certain people in your life. You don't. You think you do. Cut and clear, remove those situations and those emotions that are holding heavy. This is the end of Talk Magic. Hopefully I'll be able to do another one soon. So you guys be blessed.